This LFI was an extreme control type personality. Even though they were a blended family, and the younger brother shared no blood relation with him, it still couldn't stop that possessive instinct from awakening. On a daily basis, he carried a camera and chased after his adorable little brother, snapping photos like crazy. That was Hyun's everyday life. A full-on Yoo-Jun-centric universe, the ultimate tag-along big brother. Whenever their parents weren't home, Hyun cooked, did laundry, and took care of Yoo-Jun down to the smallest detail. If Yoo-Jun hadn't protested, Hyun would have happily fed him bite by bite. But Yoo-Jun, who had been cared for like this since childhood, felt very differently. Toward Hyun's warmth and attentiveness, he developed feelings that went beyond brotherhood. Even in his dreams, the scenes were tangled and intimate, stormy and overwhelming. Whenever Hyun worked late and came home late, Yoo-Jun would sneak into Hyun's room and quietly polish a glow stick, often regretting that he was just a beta, unable to smell any lingering pheromones Hyun might have left behind. That night, while Yoo-Jun was deeply lost in those thoughts, the sharp beep, beep, beep of the keypad suddenly echoed through the living room. The door unlocked. Yoo-Jun snapped back to his senses, hurriedly tidied himself up, and rushed out of Hyun's bedroom. "Why are you coming out of my room?" Hyun asked. Yoo-Jun stammered, unable to give an answer. Like an interrogation routine he'd perfected, Hyun reached out and used his ultimate move, tickling. Still emotionally unsteady, Yoo-Jun couldn't withstand that kind of torture at all. In the chaos, he blurted out an excuse. I went in to borrow scissors to open a package." Then, before Hyun could react, he slipped away, bolting back to his room as if his feet were greased. From that moment on, Yoo-Jun activated full avoidance mode. That day, Yoo-Jun had clearly agreed to have dinner with Hyun, but he never showed up. Calls went unanswered. Messages received no reply. After waiting for half an hour, Hyun couldn't help but worry that something had happened to his brother. He floored the accelerator, racing home in a panic. The moment he opened the door, he caught a strange scent in the air, the unmistakable smell of unsuppressed hormones. Worried that an intruder had broken in, Hyun immediately rushed into Yoo-Jun's room. But the person releasing those pheromones was his own brother. Before Hyun could even ask where Yoo-Jun was feeling unwell, the disoriented Yoo-Jun instinctively clung to him. With tear-filled eyes, he whispered, "Brother, my body feels strange. Can you help me?" The overwhelming alpha pheromones, combined with his adorable brother's tearful plea, hit Hyun head-on. He stood no chance. The last thread of reason snapped instantly. They struggled together until day turned to night. With his superior stamina, Hyun was the first to regain clarity. What followed was endless remorse. How could I do something like that to the brother I raised myself? And wasn't Yoo-Jun supposed to be a beta? Why was he releasing alpha pheromones? His thoughts tangled into chaos, impossible to sort through, until a soft brother pulled him back to reality. Yoo-Jun had just woken up. He clung to Hyun, murmuring that his body still felt uncomfortable. Hyun immediately released his alpha pheromones, gently soothing him. As a beta experiencing loss of control for the first time, Yoo-Jun was terrified. He wanted to call their parents. He wanted to go to the hospital for an examination. But Hyun stopped him. After all, they were a blended family. The two of them shared no blood relation. If their parents found out that Yoo-Jun had differentiated again, this time into a Western alpha, they would definitely be separated. A control-type alpha without his younger brother? How could he endure that? But Yoo-Jun couldn't accept it so easily. "Something that shouldn't have happened already did," he said. "And you still only see me as your brother. What if this happens again? What if I lose control and pin someone else down?" Hyun held him close, stroking his back as he soothed him. "Don't worry," he said softly. "Brother will help you. This time, just listen to me."